Good day, and welcome to another episode of What's Happening Today, presented to you by Rapido News Network. In this episode, we will start by giving updates on a 6-month grand jury that was convened last year to hear evidence against former President Donald Trump. Next, we will discuss the GOP primaries for the upcoming midterm election and why they are so important for the former President Donald Trump. Third, we will talk about Jeff Bezos and why his wealth depleted in the last couple of days. Then we will give some updates on the health of Russia's President Vladimir Putin. And at last, we will discuss the updates on the Russian Ukrainian conflict. So let's get started. In our first story about former President Donald Trump, a 6-month grand jury that was convened late last year to hear evidence against Donald Trump is set to expire this week, closing a chapter in a lengthy criminal investigation that appeared to be fizzling out without charges against the former president. People familiar with the matter stated. Now, in our next story, again concerning former President Donald Trump, a series of May primaries represent the biggest test yet of Donald Trump's post-presidential influence on the Republican electorate, with the outcomes carrying implications for his potential third White House campaign and control of Congress. The fate of several of Mr. Trump's highest profile endorsements will be determined during this month that features a dozen of primaries from coast to coast. GOP contests for US Senate in Ohio on Tuesday and the battleground states of Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, and Pennsylvania in the following week will be among the most closely watched contests, as well as a Republican primary for governor of Georgia, where Mr. Trump badly wants incumbent Brian Kemp to be defeated. Now, in our next story, the world's second richest man and founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, saw $20.5 billion of his fortune melt away after Amazon Incorporated's result left investors disappointed, helping fuel the worst month for the technology stocks in years. Now, in our next story from Russia, Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to undergo an operation for cancer and will hand over power to his hardline spy chief, a Kremlin insider reported. The Russian president's health has been a source of considerable speculation amid reports that he is battling both abdominal cancer and Parkinson's disease. It is expected that Mr. Putin will transfer the power to his chief, Nikolai Petrush, for the time he gets incapacitated due to the surgery. No date has yet been fixed for this procedure. In our final story on the Russian Ukrainian conflict, European Union countries are likely to approve the phased embargo on Russian oil, sealing a long postponed measure that has divided the bloc's members and highlighted their dependence on Russian energy sources. EU ambassadors expect to give their final approval by the end of this week. The Ukrainian military said that Russia was deploying forces normally based in the far east of its territory to the main battlefront in Ukraine, a potential sign of the strain on the Russian troops as they sustain heavy losses and face a well-armed resistance. About 20 women and children were evacuated from Mariupol's embattled Azovstal steel plant, the Ukrainian military's last foothold in the city. It remained unclear how many civilians remained inside the plant, which has been under heavy bombardment. First the coronavirus, then the war. Just as the pandemic caused shortages of essential items, Russia and Ukraine conflict has disrupted important food supplies, driving up the prices of staples like cooking oil in the supermarkets around the world. Several British supermarkets have joined other chains around the world in asking the shoppers to limit their cooking oil purchases as supplies dwindle and price rises. Now, that was all for the major news update for the May 1st. Stay tuned for our update on the ongoing world affairs. We hope that you find this video useful. If you like this video, hit like. And for a continued update on what's happening around the world, consider subscribing. And to never miss an update, whenever we post something new, hit that bell icon. If you have any comments or any suggestions for us, please let us know in the comment sections below. Thank you.